First of all, we got a bit of a bombshell, no pun intended. Afghanistan. How's it? What do you know? Different countries, different people, different places. Now, it would be a bit concerning to be rating the countries on the people, so we won't be doing it on different races. However, we're going to go through the countries of the world and which are best. Now, you're probably wondering, you got biases depending on where you live. My opinion is correct always. So what does that mean? That means we're going to get straight into it. First of all, we got a bit of a bombshell, no pun intended. Afghanistan. Afghanistan, believe it or not, is actually a beautiful place. And I am actually going to go visit it soon. You know, they've got the benefit of military, which means guns, beautiful landscapes. They've even got seasides, which I think is actually a lie now that I look at the little map icon. Straight off the bat, Afghanistan, all the warlords, all the good things. I think that's a nice even spread of things and should deserve itself a nice little bit of C tier. Obviously, we've got the rankings, double S for whatever reason, all the way down to H, which is an enormous quantity of tiers, to be honest. I don't know why there's so many. It normally just goes to F. However, there are so many countries, and some might in fact be an H and some a double S. For example, let's start it off by Zimbabwe. Straight up the tier list to the double S position, standing for sizzling sausages. Nothing better, nothing worse. You might be wondering, why an S? It's not even a coastal country. Dope ass wildlife, cool ass people, freedom, bloody brilliant. Australia, deadly lizards, deadly snakes, snakes that are pretty much lizards with no legs, spiders that will crawl up your face in your sleep, kangaroos, those are pretty dope, koalas, pretty cool as well, people who get drunk and say things to you so quickly you don't quite understand them, earning them the position of B tier. Obviously, you can go into economy, but that's less interesting. Albania. I heard Albania is not a particularly pleasant place to go. It also suspiciously sounds like Alban. So that's going to go in a D tier. Algeria. Algeria has lots of wars, which is not ideal if you want to go visit for the friendly reasons. However, if that's more of your thing, Algeria might be a place for you to go. Why not put Algeria in a small little E tier? Andorra? Never heard of it. Can't be that important if you've never heard of it, so couldn't have done much of an impact. It's actually a minuscule little place next to France by the looks of it, which ultimately means down points because it's near France. H tier naturally. Angola? I know where Angola is. I've actually been to Angola. Angola is quite pretty. Angola is definitely up there with Australia in a B tier. Armenia sounds like army and ear combined. That's definitely an E tier. Argentina, I've heard Argentina is pretty cool. You got Messi, you got warlords, criminals. What a great place. All rounded, pretty brilliant. You got the balance of poverty, terribleness, and then good ass football, which creates the footballers. So I'll give that a good A tier, predominantly because of Messi, nothing else really to do with it. Austria went through some times, purely out of sympathy, I'll give it a B tier. Azerbaijani, cool name, I'll give it an F just because it sounds cool. Bahamas, see, Bahamas is cool if you have a woman or a partner, significant other. However, besides that, it's got cool beaches, so I don't really know what else there is to it. I'll give it a D. Over there with Albania, the suspicious sounding name. Brain. We need a brain. Brains are pretty important. If you don't have a brain, what are you gonna do? Gonna put it up there with Argentina. Football brains, they go hand in hand. They're pretty decent things to have together, unless you want to end up being like Ronaldo, pretty brainless. Bangladesh. Belarus, I've heard the odd thing about Belarus. Belarus is probably a bit of a G tier, despite the B in its name. Belgium makes Belgian chocolate. Now, that's pretty important in my life. That definitely deserves a B. That's an H. Benin, that sounds suspiciously like my name, Benjamin Benin. So instantly S tier. Maybe I'll put it up in double S purely because of the absolutely great standard. Bhutan sounds like butt cheeks. We'll put that in a D. Bolivia sounds like Bolivia, which is pretty boring, so we'll put that in a G. It's a bit better than the suspiciously sounding names. Yeah, it's too long for me to read. Botswana is very cool. Botswana's got deserts, it's got animals, it's got pretty stones you can look at. I'm pretty sure there's some dinosaur skeletons from all the way back in the old days when things used to crash into the earth. Botswana's definitely up there in a place you want to go, a place you want to visit. I'll put that in an A. Brazil is also very cool. Football, Neymar. Good food, they do a good braai. For those of you, braai means barbecue. So, C tier. Maybe a bit higher, but I think C sounds pretty reasonable in this case. Brunei, that sounds like Bruno Mars, who I'm not a big fan of, but he's decent. We'll put him in an F. Bulgaria, that sounds like Bugatti. So you gotta put that at least a C tier next to Brazil. Burkina Faso, I don't know where that is. Burundi. Yeah, that sounds dumb. Cambodia, it sounds like they are the main producers of cocaine. So, you know, it's got its place, not a particularly good place. So E tier. Cameroon, again, not somewhere I'm particularly familiar with. However, F tier nonetheless. Canada, up there. I like Canada. Canada seems like a pretty good place. People seem pretty cool. They sound weird, but that could be said for me as well. So I'm going to give them a small bit of an S. It seems peaceful, seems pretty good. Central African Republic. That's a place I've been and I wouldn't recommend. We'll put that in a D. Chad is an interesting name. Sounds more like a person than a place. And as a result, that's stupid. Whoever thought of that, you can go in G. Chile. I like chilies. Is the country spicy? I do believe so. Earning it the title of C tier. China's like a mass production of destruction and everything. So, you know, you got to respect the grind. Definitely an A. Also got crazy culture, gotta respect it. Colombia makes cocaine. Colombia goes with Cambodia in the E tier. I don't know how to say that. Congo, I lived in the Congo for a small bit. Definitely has to go up there a bit. I wouldn't say A tier, but definitely B with Belgium and the good chocolates. Actually, funny enough, Congo was a Belgian colony, believe it or not. No, French colony. Costa Rica, that's where people go to avoid taxes, Logan Paul. You know, it's got its benefits. Got to put it up in B as well. Tax evasion, definitely something worthwhile if you're in that market. Croatia is beautiful. Good place. Good tax benefits as well. I think that's deserving of a small B tier. Cuba makes Cuban cigars. Do I smoke cigars? No. Do I like the smell of cigars? Yes. That can go in an A tier. I'm taking China down. China, you're going to an E tier next to the drug countries. Cyprus. I've never been to Cyprus. Cyprus sounds like a cool place to go though. We'll definitely put it in C. Czech Republic. It sounds pretty boring. Most European countries seem pretty boring in honesty. Denmark, pretty much the same. I mean, the Danes, that's their plural, I believe. Djibouti, that's a pretty cool name. We'll put that in B tier. Dominica, yeah, okay, that sounds interesting. It sounds like it has beaches since it is a small island. That can go C. Dominican Republic, pretty much the same thing as Dominica. So we'll put it in C as well. Congo, DRC, lived there as well. That can go up in the B. Yeah, that can go C tier. Let's be completely honest with ourselves. Damn, there are a lot of countries in this world. Ecuador, Egypt, El Salvador, Equatorial Guinea. Nah, it sounds like guinea pig. I had a guinea pig when I was younger. Guinea pigs are pretty cool. Tried to bath a guinea pig once. Turns out guinea pigs can't breathe underwater. Hence, I didn't drown it. But still, vital learning thing as a child. Yeah, don't know how to spell that. They can go in H. Estonia. That sounds especially stupid. Ethiopia I do not like. I've been to Ethiopia a multitude of times. Being from Africa, it is a stopping point in the world to get to Europe and the rest of the places. Ethiopia on the Horn of Africa. Purely because I've visited, I'll put you an E with the Denmark, China, and drug countries. Faroe Islands. It's an island, it has to be high-ish. We'll put it at least at a B. Fiji. Fiji makes Fiji water, which I've never tried because I don't spend money on water. Water is free. France. Gabon, I've lived there as well. We'll put that at least at a C, maybe a D. Gabon is quite a scary place. The Gambia, why is it starting with a the Gambia? Is there a Gambia as well? I'll put it at a C. If there is a Gambia, we'll put it a bit lower. Georgia, yeah, I don't know where that is. Germany. Germany seems to have done some questionable things in its day. However, I believe they're doing a bit better nowadays, so we'll put it at a C. Ghana. Ghana is also a pretty rad place. We'll put that in an E. Gibraltar, that sounds like a movie name. Gibraltar will go straight into a B tier for that absolute essence of the world. Greece is pretty rad. I like Greece. Originations of the Olympic Games. We'll put Greece in an A, definitely deserving of that. Grenade, what a heaty name. Grenade's going in S tier. Guatemala, don't know how to say that. Guatemala seems cool. I believe it's also good for tax evasion. Guinea, I swear I've done guinea pig before. That has to go straight up into a B tier at the very minimum. Guinea, that's the same name but different, so that's going at the bottom. That's going at the bottom as well. Haiti has a big volcano. I learned that in geography. Genius myself. Haiti can go in the B tier for its big destructive volcanoes. Honduras. Hungary. Iceland is pretty cool. Iceland and Greenland have always tripped me out because Iceland is in fact green. However, Greenland is icy, which means Northern Lights, Iraq. That's going there. Ireland, I like Ireland. I actually live in Ireland. So, slight bias, but we'll put that in a slight double S with Berlin and Zimbabwe. India's not bad. We'll put India at a minimum of a B tier. This has been a bit of a waffle. I hope you've enjoyed. We'll finish off the rest of them a different time. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time.